With this video, let's begin a new section of the course in which we're going to go over a totally new business that is different from the business in the previous section, because in the previous section, we went from the A to Z, from the beginning to end of that t-shirt business, which I decided not to pursue because the opportunity cost was too little. So, based on that lesson, I want to present you a business that has a very, very high opportunity cost. And this is going to be in the world of cryptocurrency. Now, I understand that there are two kinds of people in this world. There's one kind of person that sees a lot of opportunity and is curious and sees the cryptocurrency world as, the financial system of the future, if not fully, then largely or partially. But that it has a place. Now, there are other people who, no matter what, they will say, I hate cryptocurrency, and they will find a reason they don't trust it. Don't worry. I fully understand both perspectives. I'm more optimistic about cryptocurrency, but I don't require you to be, because I know that this topic is polarizing. Nothing I can do about it. But there's a business that I am pursuing realistically in that world, and we're going to go over that business. I'm going to show you my thinking. I'm going to show you the insights that I have. If you hate cryptocurrency, I don't want to impose this on you, so just skip this section, no problem. I really don't want it to be a thing, because I do understand and I empathize that some people, when I talk to them about cryptocurrency, their face just kind of, their eyes glaze over, like they don't want to hear nothing about it. If I told them, you will make $1 million, they're like, nah, I'm cool. Not that I'm promising that, but that's the extent of their disinterest. If you're that disinterested, skip this section, please, because you'll just frustrate yourself and you won't learn, because you'll be thinking about how much you hate cryptocurrency. But if you're open to cryptocurrency, then in this section, I'm going to walk you through a business that has the opposite element from that t-shirt store. Because in that t-shirt store, the main problem was that you work, so much work, and you make a little bit. But I'm going to outline a scenario that we're going to expand later. Now, in cryptocurrency, you can create your own cryptocurrency token. Today, it's technically easy. The technical part of it, not a problem. You can make a token, if you believe it, in like 5 or 10 minutes. Not an issue. Anybody can make one, no technical skills needed. But you'll end up with a worthless token on day one. How do you make that token into, $1 billion worth of token, right? That's the dream. You have to get people to use that token. So let's say on day one, that token is worth something like 1/100th or 1/10 of a penny. And you can own millions of that token for very little money, especially if you make it, or if you mint it in cryptocurrency terms. You can own a lot of it. It's worthless. But what if let's say you have 10 million such tokens, all worthless. But what if you do enough work to make each token just a little bit valuable, just to raise a little bit of activity, and that it's worth 1/10 of a penny, not even a penny. That means your 10 million tokens are collectively worth, if I'm doing the math correctly, $10,000, which is not life-changing, but it's not bad either. Now, what if you take it from 1/10 of a penny to a penny? Suddenly you have 100,000 worth of value. And if you can make it from a penny to $1, you have $10 million worth of tokens. That's completely different than that t-shirt business where you do a lot of work, get paid tiny. Here you do a lot of work, get paid exponentially higher. So if you think about what's going to happen in 5 or 10 years, if you can get this token through a lot of sincere effort, hard work, care for your investors, all the honest and good practice things, not what's called pump and dump, like create a token, take advantage of people, run away, which does happen in that cryptocurrency world. I'm not talking about it. I'm talking honestly, sustainable, real token that has real world use, which we're going to talk about in the coming videos. If you do this, make it a long-term project, create a token that goes to like let's say $1. I mean, these numbers are arbitrary now because we're talking about an imaginary token. But let's say you create that value, the rewards are wildly disproportional to the effort long term. In the beginning, it's a lot of work. Long term, as things get going, it's same amount of work, but the results just balloon, and suddenly you create generational wealth that if you don't want to, you don't ever have to work again. I mean, you should want to be engaged creatively long term. You should want to work in something interesting that you choose, but you will be financially completely free. Not like making a salary worth, but generational wealth. So that's what we're going to explore, how to create such a business in the coming videos. And then we're going to talk about the pros and cons. Do you hate it? Do you love it? What's wrong with this? Same ideas, the pros and cons of this business, because it's not all roses. I outlined the best case, but you can also just not make any money and waste your time. So we're going to go over the business, the pros and cons of the business in this coming section, but with an eye towards it's a real business that anybody today can start, and it's a business of tomorrow. There's a lot of opportunity, and it's still early in that space, which is the kind of space you want to get into. So with that, let's get into this section.